Alright, I'm at the yard. The sun's pretty well set. Ready to drive at night. North Carolina, Greensboro. 7061. Taking refrigerated. Yeah, go to McDonald's there. It's about a 14-hour drive. But they wash all the trailers and the tractors, so this is actually first time I've seen everything all cleaned up. I just dressed the tires. I gotta slide the axles up a little bit. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 holes back. I can go up more. But this is all about the McDonald's stuff. Looks like it's a bigger load. It goes all the way to the back. It doesn't have the tie downs on the side, so I use load locks. It's the only way to do it. I had to fix the chute. This was hanging down, so I put a tie on that. Other than that, it's ready to go. Actually put a tie on this too. This was dangling down. I'm hoping they'll seal it up now. But when it comes to refrigerator, it's more of a responsibility, bigger responsibility when it comes to maintaining a refrigerator. Dry vans are much easier. But tires are dressed, trailer's all clean. Yeah, all the tractors over there are all clean. I don't know if you can see that. But it's actually the first time I've seen it working here, that every single tractor is all washed, all clean. Looks like there's about 18 of them over there. But it's really nice to see them all clean. You got a fleet service from Black. Got that all done. Wash all the trailers and all that. It says it's half off when they come to your site versus you driving over there. So instead of $100 for a tractor trailer, it's $50. But it's time to hit the road. Just got done cleaning the tractor. I missed the truck wash, but doing it by myself, I know what to do and what looks good and all that. They put too many chemicals in all this stuff. It really wears it down. But it's a good truck. I'm ready to hit the road. I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina. This is the McDonald's. Gotta figure out where to park. Looks like a bank here. I'm in back of another complex here. Well, they do have a forklift here, so that's good. But I gotta figure out where to park. It's 11 o'clock at night here. But this drive-thru is open. But that's where I have to unload here. It's a tight spot here. It's all about getting out when I get done unloading. I'm thinking about hiding in that stall over there. But when I come out, I'll probably hit the stop sign, take a right. That'll get me over back on the road here. I can't really park there because that's for drive-thru. Well, that's how it's going to be. They're open, I think, at 8 they want it. So I'm good. They get the whole load. It's about 48 degrees outside. This is all shopping stuff here. But there's a light there, so I'll take a right and get out that way. But everything else will be tucked over on the side here. But if they want, I can pull forward. when they want me to unload. So this would be a good spot back here. There's a loading dock up here, but that's too far into somebody else's property. And this here's too short. But this is it. It's Sunday night, Monday delivery. And we'll see what they got for me. If I could just tuck right into this stall here. Hoping it's not reserved. I should be able to hide out right here. Tires look a lot better when they're dressed. Didn't hit any rain or anything, so it's still a clean truck. But yeah, if I back up and swing into this stall here, just take over this parking area, that should be good. Macy's. See, this is a big complex here, so it's better just to park right here. Victoria's Secret, they'll probably open at 9. So it's all about moving the truck over to this stall here. I think that's the wisest thing to do. All right. Truck's still looking good. I like those orange lights. Drive with pride. Alright, hope everybody had a good weekend. Well, it's 8 in the morning now. It's about 43 degrees out. Oh, this is how they're doing it. Sometimes they do pallets. They don't have pallets here. They're using 2x4s. And they pick it up on the side. That's one. And they have straps to pull them all out. I'm done here at McDonald's. Guy's pretty good on that forklift. Didn't bang it up too much. It's all about finding a truck stop and waiting for a back call. It's 9 in the morning. They got it done in about an hour. But it's all about shutting the doors and getting out of the shopping center here. Once this guy moves, I can get out. I'll probably squeeze through here. It's a good Monday. Should warm up in the 50s here. No rain today, I hope. Keep the truck on nice and clean. Oh, this dock is really tight. I'm in High Point, North Carolina. Now you can see what I had to do here. coming in here, I had to turn around, I'd go down the block and turn around and come in here and swing around, stopping all the traffic. And then you can see how you got this curb here, and it's all about coming in really tight, keep the axles up all the way. Just miss the dumpster, and you gotta miss this trailer. Once you get it straight where the trailer where you want it, then you bend the tractor all the way around. But it's square on the dock now. Well, that's how that works. There's no lines, but angle docks are really hard. But it's a nice day to do it. It's snowing or raining. It's a little harder. Just gotta go in slow. Make sure you do it right. It's going to Indiana, just north of Indianapolis, Westfield. Looks like a link system. They have one up there too. I have to deliver this tomorrow. It's about a 9-hour drive. But as you can see, the dock's square. That's the way it should be. So it's all about getting loaded and then shoot over to Indiana. It's about 58 degrees out. It's a nice day. People here are pretty friendly. Alright, I'm loaded now. Let's see what it is. It says 40,000 on the bills. Alright. Surprise, surprise. Oh, there it is. Screw shank blunt diamonds. So it looks like nails. Alright, that's good. Did a crisscross. Main thing is putting load lock on first. Then you put this load lock underneath this load lock. It pushes it out. Once you do that, then you tighten the top one. And then that way it doesn't fall. And then you can go ahead and do a center, and that way anything goes in the middle, it's firm. But those are wise things to do when it comes to refrigerated load locks. But I gotta slide the axles back a little bit. I think I got too much weight on the trailer. That should be alright. They said it's gonna be about 75 degrees here. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 78. So we'll get out of here. It's not summer yet. Alright, slide the axles and we're good. It's a quiet little road here. I went up to where it ended, so people go around me. Alright, slide it and go to Indiana. I'm in West Virginia. This is I-64 Hurricane. I'm parked on this side here. There was a wreck right at the toll booth. Should be alright parked right here. But I was down to 1 hour and it was 6 mile backup, and we're going about 2 miles an hour, so every hour we're going 2 miles. Finally got to a rest area. Once you're on the turnpike, there's no parking. They have turnpikes where they have travel plazas, but they're all full. So I finally got to a rest area here. It's mile marker 37. But I came up here because I had a Mercedes-Benz van come up, and it was very suspicious. Right when I got out, he backed up and left real quick. But he drove up really quick and just stayed there. Everybody else was getting out of their cars and going to the bathroom. That's a little different. Oh, and it's all about plants, hummingbirds and butterflies. But I wanted to make sure he did leave. If not, they usually park in a far distance, usually in a corner, and they wait. If not, he's doing his rounds, so go to the next rest area and come back. But Mercedes-Benz vans is the ones you always look for, especially if you have children or babies or anything, if you're carrying them. Is to look around the parking lot, see if there's Mercedes-Benz vans, and then you'll know that they're really watching. Everything I've done when it comes to investigating, it's always the Mercedes-Benz vans, courtesy patrol. That's good. That's why he left real quick. He probably timed it. Well, he pulled up right here in this stall right next to the handicap. And he just waited. When I got out of the truck, he backed up and left. I was looking to see, because all my investigations, it's all those Mercedes-Benz vans for pickup vehicles, drop-offs. All my investigations, researching everybody that barely made it, it always ends up to be a Mercedes-Benz van in the Walmart parking lot or anything where they almost grabbed their kids, they jumped in their van and left. But that's how it is when it comes to just being patient, investigate. Not too much here. Let's see what the other side is. West Virginia. From North Carolina, I went up to Virginia, right to West Virginia. That takes me right over to Kentucky. And then it's Ohio, then Indiana. So that would be... Everything looks good here. But I don't come out here too much. But when I do, there always seems to be a problem. So I have to just look at it carefully. The one thing I learned, I'll put it on this video, is mapping all the human trafficking. It's about 350,000 a year in the United States. But mapping it all out in the United States, it seems to be right where there's caves and caverns and tunnels. You have two maps. When you lay it over, you have the most that's always around those areas. Seems to be very suspicious. But around here, there's a lot of caves, limestone caves here. And you have to keep an eyeball out. Especially when you get openings like this in the woods. The trees are all over the place, and all of a sudden you get an opening here. Just goes in. Alright. Nice and dark. Seems to be a trail here. Yeah, it's a walking trail. Looks like the ground is very moist. Must have rained here. I can hear the water flow. Yeah, water flowing here. Very mountainous around here. You see this trail takes you deeper in. See if I can get more lights on. Oh, there's a little more light. When you see openings like this, just be patient, walk around. And you look carefully. You can see if there's animals that walk through or people. There's always life around water. But these areas here need to be explored. I don't do it all in one day. But I need to really go into these woods. There's walking paths, it looks like. And they don't look like animals. Looks like the height of people. Jumping over the stream. Looks like I got a manhole or something here. Where the water flows. But in the summertime, you get some people living out here. Runaways have to stop because they walk too far. Take a break. Just hide out. It's good to be boots on the ground. Check out this area. Alright, shut off my flashlight. Go to bubble mode. But this whole perimeter needs to be checked. All these woods back here, especially on the other side of going up and going in the back. And then checking all those trails out. They're just walking trails. They weren't made by where they wanted to have people go and hike and all that, nature trails. Once you get them all pushed down like that, then you have to go in there, investigate. I can see trails right here going up. That's really visible, going straight up to the top of the hill. Then they could be looking at anybody and everybody in this rest area. It's pretty noticeable. Wraps around all these trees. Got some frogs out. But that's a high hill way on the top. So taking that trail all the way to the top. And then you would just sit and look and see what they do. A lot of work here. West Virginia. But it's a lot easier in Medicine Bow on top of a mountain in Wyoming. Or going in the railroad tunnel. I won't stop. There's openings. It's really noticeable. I'd have to get myself scheduled where it's right about sunset. Come in there. I can go about 3 or 4 miles in. But yeah, those trees go way up. Anything on the top there you can overlook. And everything looks small. You've seen my Wasatch videos where you just go off and start climbing these mountains, go way up and look down and your truck's so small. This is the same scenario. So this is my first time. Next time I come home, I'm gonna go ahead and get the boots on and go in. Going really hard. Especially seeing that Mercedes-Benz van. Not good. Well, we'll be in Indiana. I gotta be there probably in the morning, about 9. So I'm about 5 hours away, and I could leave at 4 in the morning. So I'll be there about 9 Eastern time zone. But these street lights here are not working back here. Huh. Just the vibes, the feeling is where I gotta check this place out. Make sure it's all secure. But it takes boots on the ground. Alright, everybody have a good evening. Well, I'm in Westfield, Indiana. Just the following day. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. They get the whole load. That should be pretty good. Hoping to go over to Champaign, pick up a trailer. That's usually easy. I'm north of Indianapolis on 31 off of 465. A little windy out. It's about 51 degrees out. It was 48 here. It's warming up pretty good. Hurry up and wait again. I'm in Champaign. That's it for 7061. I'm at Crafts / Heinz. I gotta drop this trailer off here. Say goodbye to my dressed tires. But I gotta go find the trailer. It's not here at the dock. So we'll see what trailer it is. Should already be loaded. I think it's a dry van. Alright, found the trailer, 53083. This is the new one I pulled the first day we got it. Looks a little dirty. This one's got the black skirts, utility. I just slid the axles. Got a couple holes. It should be alright. They got a scale here, so it's easy. I can just go ahead and weigh it. Yeah, I got the seals. That should be good to go. It's a little dirty. Too bad it wasn't at the yard when they washed all the trailers. Used to be looking really good. But I gotta take this back to the yard and we'll see what they got for me. It looks pretty straight. I hope so. As long as it doesn't go to ND Papers, it won't get all banged up. They just give it to the long haul, so they should take care of it. But the only thing I see is this little bang here. I'm Pretty sure that was when there was ND Papers. Then they decided to take all of them out of there and just do live loads. Every little hit, hell, it really counts through the years. Alright, let's get to the yard. Alright, at the yard. Gotta drop this trailer off. 53083. Looking good. I gotta pick up, I believe it's 28. 5328. It's probably a beater. Five, 3, 2, 8. There it is. Let's see if it's a rat rod trailer. I gotta go to Des Moines. I'll get there right at 3, and they close at 3, so I'll be there all day and night. Let's see what they got this tied down. Sometimes they do. Yep, they got it strapped down. Okay, John Deere, looking good. All right, dropping hook. Looks like somebody lost the tail light. It's too bad. Okay. Once it hook up, drop the paperwork off, and get back on the road. It's about 5.5 hour drive. Looks like a clear day, but they're looking at rain tonight. Never ending. Okay, it's trailer 5328. Looks like a beater. It's not light. This looks like an old Wabash. They got the sides all raised up. Blinkers are turned. Got the rat rod rims. But these are the old lights. These are not LEDs. Those are incandescent. But the main thing about it is that you can see the LEDs, how they look. But they get warm. It's nice on ice and snowy days. It melts. It doesn't keep clouding up. Let's see if I got top lights. I got 3 of them up there. 3 LEDs. This one here looks like it's leaking. It shows you this seal right here. I'll have to wipe that down. Keep an eyeball on it. Looks like they worked on it. Alright, well, we'll take this beater over to Des Moines. This looks like a landing gear thing, but it's on the other side. What that's about. It's probably parked next to a trailer. Your landing gear, hit the crank. Alright, it's time to go to Des Moines. See how this one pulls. I'm in Des Moines, Iowa. This is where I sit. Till tomorrow at 7. And then I gotta go to Oskaloosa to that sanitation place. Drop this trailer off. And pick up a trailer that I dropped off last time probably. And take that to ND Papers. Should be raining tomorrow. But this bar here is in the middle. Usually they got them in the front. It's a little different. That seemed to be a good trailer. This is a Wabash. Utilities have this side so wide up like this. But Guess they copied Wabash because this is older, and the utilities, they just started raising this stainless steel plate. Maybe it's for strength. But when I wake up in the morning, it should be raining out. I see it's in Nebraska with snow. And I'll come over here for Thursday. It'll end Friday in probably about noon to 3 in the afternoon. So it's going to be the last time you see this truck clean. See if I can get out of the bubble look. There, now it's focused. That was weird. But yeah, that's the last. And then Friday, when I bring it back to the yard, I will get it all cleaned up again. But you can feel it, the storm's coming. But it was a good week. Didn't go through any rain. Kept it nice and clean. But my antenna is much different. I put it in the back. You can probably see how high it is. See if I can zoom in. See, that's the antenna. But I took a tape measure and I measured it, and I wanted to be right at 13.6. Right now it's 1/8 shorter than 13.6, so it's 13.5 and 7/8. And I went ahead and figured out it's a 5-footer. I needed a 5.5, and they don't have it. So I had to think about how to raise it up higher than the trailer. It's nice to have an antenna right at 13.6, so it hits the antenna, then you know to slam on your brakes or something, because you'll hit the bridge. But here I went ahead and bought a spring, and this spring here is 3 inches, so doing that raised the antenna up to 13.6, and that's the max I can do. It's just 1/8 shorter than 13.6, but I wanted to make sure I bungee corded this so the spring doesn't swing it around, so it's nice and tight. I wrapped it around first, so the CB is actually on the bungee cord. I can show you that. And then I wrapped it underneath and then around on the back. So I'm just using this spring as the extension. That way it's extended up. So the 5-foot antenna is brand new. The other one is crackling every time the wind was blowing. And now it's almost at 13.6. And trailer heights are 13.6, and these dry vans seem to be lower, but the refrigerators are 13.6. So I'm really glad. I've always measured my CB antennas at 13.6, so if I hit any bridges, if you slow down, you don't know, and it hits the CB antenna, you'll hear it. And it'll move under, it'll curve, it won't really do anything. But that's really nice. My other project is this. When the wind blows, it hits the cab, and you can see it scratch the paint. It just scratches. But when you're in the back sleeper, and anytime you move, this will swing and hit. It took me a while to figure that out, so I got to redo this whole spring part so it's not sideways, because that is very aggravating. Going down the road and you hear somebody knocking on the back wall, and it turned out to be this. But normally when this extends out, you would need that, but normally I would tie it right on the handle here. But it's all about redoing the hoses and all that, so it's horizontal this way instead of vertical. So I got to redo it and twist these airlines and all that in a different way. So it's the hoses that are touching, but you can see how it scratched the paint here. Did a lot of paint scratching here, and that's not good. But that's a lot. I was thinking about putting a rubber mat right here and have adhesive to glue that and have a nice square on that so it just hits the rubber mat. But then it won't have this noise. It'll just be a thumping noise instead of that. So this has to go. But either way, I tried everything, even thinking about relocating this instead of curling in, pulling it away from the cab, and then you can see you got this, but it's still going to hit. It's just going to have another hole where it's right down to bare metal. So after I'm all done, then I'll have to use rubbing compound to bring it all the way down, and then do touch up on that, paint it all back up again. Rubbing compound the whole thing. That's my next project, but it took me a while to figure out what that noise was. I was thinking it was the antenna that was hitting the top here. See, I was thinking it was that. But yeah, when you hear all that, I'm really got my ears open when it comes to any noise. And that really is a mystery, and I figured out where it was coming from. Mainly looking at the damage it did. I got 250,000 miles on this truck when I got it, so we just did that for so long. That's too bad. That's my next project. Should be able to do pretty good on that. Just got to take some time to take it all apart, and even these nylon ties, and relocate it enough that it's turned. Doesn't look good now. I'm hoping I'll do good. If not, I was thinking about putting the spring on the other side, and that would pull it, and then it will curl the other way. It's a little ideas, but it's a good project I gotta do. Thinking about doing it before the rain. Either way, it has to get done. But you can see the damage. Hope everybody's having a good week. Well, got that chore done. Doing so many different ideas. But how I did it was, if I can get up here. I flip this upside down so that way the hoses don't hit the spring and wear the hoses down, so it's protecting. So it's not like this, it's actually upside down. And then I nylon tied this one so it's not going to slide closest to the cab. And I hooked this one behind it. That keeps it away from the cab so it won't hit here anymore. By doing that, it keeps everything away. So that way it pulls and extend. Even pulling to the right or left. And then this tube here will just roll right back. So I think that's the right way to go, is to keep it away from the cab and the handle. By making sure this is stable so it doesn't tuck back close, and then any of this will start hitting the handle or hitting the cab. So I think that's the right way to go, is go behind it. That's an easy fix. That way when it's really windy out, that thing keeps on. Anytime you move in the cab, then all of a sudden you get knocking on the back. And this is your ghost right here. But now it's farther away, it should be alright. Everything else is using rubbing compound and touch-up paint. And clean up this damage. Get it back to normal. Once it warms up and all that, when I polish the rims and all the aluminum, the tanks and all that, I'll go ahead and polish this, get that back to brand new looking. A lot of people don't do anything with it, and it really gets oxidized, rust around the bolts and all that. But I gotta go ahead and polish that up. It'll look really nice. I did that with the other one. The other one was worse because it had more miles on it. Alright, that's my chore of the day. Now it's all about hurry up and wait. Yeah, that damage is pretty bad. Neglect. Nobody did anything about it. They just put up with it. But that's about attention. It's all taking care of your equipment. But as you can see, that antenna looks pretty good up there. Even with the red cap. That's looking nice. The red cap is sharp. Alright, it's all about hunkering down when the storm's coming, the wind's kicking in. It'll cool down a little bit. But it's about 4 in the afternoon. They close here at 3. They'll start unloading me at 7, then I'll shoot over to Oskaloosa. Alright, it's all about having a good night's sleep. Alright, I'm picking it up. 5, 3, 7, 3. I believe this is the one I dropped off. I gotta slide these axles up. They rained pretty good last night. But I'm gonna head it hooked up. Put a strap on there. Looks like a lot of weight on the back, so I won't slide it too much. But they got a scale here, so that's good. Alright. It's better than the last door. Problem on the bottom. Muddy mess. I don't know. Well, they get 5328. That's a good deal. Let's slide the axles back and then hit the road. Goodbye 5328. That's an old TLC trailer. The sides are pretty high compared to these. Alright, back on the road. Alright, here's some tractors for you guys. Looks like Oliver's. Good old tractor pulls. Huh. Nice rims. Looking good. Good old Oliver's. Huh. Oh well. This is Quick Trip here. It's right by Cedar Rapids. But it's raining. Nice rainy day. Gotta go to ND Papers. I'm on 151 going north. That'll take me up to Madison. And I'll take 90 all the way up to 39. That'll take me to ND Papers. Now back at ND Papers, they do the glad hand locks now and chalk wheels. Just got done checking in. Everything looks good. Looks like somebody beat up this corner, this side here. Wonder what kind of trailer it is. Oh, it's a Great Dane. Wow, those are tough. Great Dane, more expensive, a little bit more heavier. The refrigerators are really nice. I noticed that there's a rope or something here. Kind of twine. Alright, went through a lot of rain. The more north I got, the more it stopped. So it doesn't look like the rain hit here, but this is Wisconsin Rapids. I'm loading in Wisconsin Rapids. It's about 6 miles away. Axle's all the way back. Cleaned out the whole inside. They needed to clean here. Well, I don't know what they're loading me. Something heavy. I think they're all rolls or something. But after this, I only got 1 hour left, so I gotta go to the Quick Trip and wait 10 hours. It's about 2.5 hours back to the yard once I load here. And I'm done loading. It's Thursday night. Wisconsin Rapids. It's probably about 52 degrees out. And I slid the axles up a little bit. Look at that, it's big rolls. Big rolls. I have to go ahead and strap this down. Alright, that should do it. Yeah, these are big rolls. Rolls of paper or something. Chicago mail tube. Huh. So it goes to Chicago. Guess I'm just dropping it off at the yard. I don't like going to Chicago, especially on Friday. It's neat to get there at 2 in the morning, go to the water market, unload produce. All the buyers are there. And they get off real quick. And then you get out of there before rush hour. That's the best thing about Chicago, what I'm used to for so many years. Produce out of Salinas, in California. Bring it right into the water market. Alright, let's take a picture of that. Alright, looking good. Now, less than an hour on my logs. I can just get over the Quick Trip and Plover. That pin doesn't look like it goes out too much. This one's out. But I'll just park next to the other trailers. I drove by on the freeway. I counted 6 of them. But trying to clean everything, and while I was waiting at the loading dock, I wiped everything down, dressed the tires, got everything done except for the body, just to wipe that down. Didn't take me that long. Alright, Thursday night, let's get to the truck stop. I'm at the yard. 5373. It's Friday. I'm gonna drop this off, probably pick up another trailer, see what they got for me. Yeah, I counted about 9 trailers over at Quick Trip. That's pretty sad. Take all the parking spots for the customers. This was an alright trailer. Anything really good about it is it's got a brand new tire and a spare tire rack. It took me a while to clean it all up. We'll see what they got for me. Early morning, it's about 33 degrees out. Hope they don't have anything too far, because I only got about 8 more hours left on my logs. You really need a 36. Alright, disconnect. Well, my week's done. It's Friday. Got everything all cleaned up here for, well, when I leave. Let's see what load they give me. Got some mud here. Never ending when you go to the yard. Once you dress your tires, it's easy because Get a good covering over the rubber. It's looking like it's a summer truck. Got a little touch up I gotta do. These rocks do fly. Alright, hope everybody had a good week. It's all about going home. Have a couple days off, at least 36 hours. This week was hard because I didn't do a 36-hour reset.